Thesis topic is Center for Women and Children in Distress. So, first of all, who are people in distress? Victims who have been through domestic violence, abuse, who are orphaned, abandoned, neglected. All these people are considered to be people in distress. So, what is the center for? The center acts as a safe space for those victims where they'll be protected and rehabilitated for both long and short stays, and where they'll be able to heal mentally and physically, and where they'll be provided chances to interact with public slowly so that they can go back to the society feeling ready. And the user group in the center are boys till the age 6, female children, women and senior women, and the number of intake in the center is 300. So the center is situated in Kottayam. So from the graph, it's clear that from the year 2011 to 2018, the crime against children have increased very much, and the crime against women in Kerala from 2007 to 2018 is the value was already high, and it has been going up and down, but currently in an up situation. So for data collection, mainly the data is related to comfort, privacy, security, and theories related to bring theories related to improve their mental health have been studied, like entrance buffers, where provision of courtyards and vestibules can provide privacy from the public, proper selection of the site, like residential neighborhood with proximity of schools, stores, etc., and building layouts. Campus formation of building layouts can be used, and how the safety and security both in exterior and interior by providing surveillance camera, well lit outer spaces, complete all time supervision from the staff, all can be provided, is studied. And a theory called prospect and refuge theory by J. Appleton, an English geographer, where it says the providing both open and closeness in a space can bring up can bring up the providing openness in a space. uh, it 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 makes the user feel more free and not suffocated, while providing a closed space can bring out comfort and control and security. So provision of both of these together can provide a balance between the building, and provision of natural daylight in the building by through courtyards, jalis, large openings, and encouraging more of group activities, and the level of privacy in each space is provided. All have been studied in this. The literature case study I have done is Women's Opportunity Center from Rwanda. It's a community center for empowering women and providing job trainings. So the center has a market, administrative space, a central gathering around which classrooms are provided, a guest lodging, staff lodging, and farming spaces. So all the products that are made from the classes and all the products from the farming and all are brought up to the market and sold there. And in the classrooms they are taught trainings, job trainings in the classrooms, and guest lodgings and all are provided here. They have taken up a sustainable approach to the building. They have used passive cooling, solar shading, rainwater harvesting, water purification, biogas, and hygienic composting toilets, and all sorts of sustainable approaches are taken up in the site, in the building. The next one is Groot Clemendel Rehabilitation Center. It's in Netherlands. It's a rehabilitation center. So basically, it's in amidst a forest. It feels like a building in between the forest, and the concept of the building was to provide transparency, continuity, layering, diversity, the play of light and shadow, and the experience of nature, uh, for stimulating a environment. And then the design is at the basement office spaces are provided. Then above, clinical areas are, and at the ground floor, public spaces like swimming pool, gymnasium, theater, and all are provided. And above that, counseling, clinical areas and counseling areas are provided. And above that, a charity home for rehabilitating people is provided there. um, mm, the main features of the building are large openings, and the usage of uh, making the shape of the opening so that maximum light is provided inside the building. And inner outer relationship is provided, and views through the curtain walls and everything. And a continuous staircase, enabling visual radiation relation from roof, garden into valley. The continuous from the ground floor to the top floor, a continuous staircase system is provided so that it gives linear vision. And vertical layering like is provided. And light system, vertical light systems, and light wells are all provided in there. um, the third one is Strapo Vocational School. It's a vocational school. It's in Cambodia. So here basically they teach cosmetics, hairdressing, sewing, machine sewing, computers repairing, motorcycle repair, handicrafts such as. And at the front portion, it acts as a community space where the locals come for public gathering and come for decision making events and all. And the behind portion is the classroom areas and the workshop areas. So the building, small holes are provided for getting indirect sunlight and gentle wind through the to cool down the space. And it's made of local dirt, red bricks made from red bricks made from local dirt. And open air design is used for to ensure ventilation. And the next case study is shelter house in Israel. It The concept of the shelter house is to the building is considered to be a small village where Each family is given independent quarters, and it's the quarters are all connected through corridors, just like how streets connect through each buildings, and a central heart space is act as a courtyard. The courtyard acts as a central heart space, and it looks like it has two-dimensional, two facades. Like at the exterior, it shows a protective external facade, while in interior, well, at the central, it provides a therapeutic therapeutic central garden facade. The courtyard provides visual connection between the rooms and the staff. It provides a good visual connection between the staff and the other inmates. The live case we have done is Travango Foundation in Kottayam. So basically, it's a residential area surrounded with thick vegetation, and the building is basically in the shape of a triangle, in between which huge courtyard is provided. The site of the site is a sloping site, so they have tackled the contour also through the courtyard and through the building. And because it has a triangular shape, there is no southwest facing wall, so the solar sunlight sun direction also, the building is built according to the sun direction and wind direction to enable maximum comfort. The building is it is an old age home. It is a paid old age home, where studio rooms, suite rooms, and partner rooms are provided. Twin rooms, studio rooms, and suite rooms are provided. This is Bethel Ashram. It is an old building, very old building. So at first the site was a single site, and then later on, after years, the main road has been passing through the site. So now the site is divided into two portions. So first when one comes to the site, they reach to the chapel, and then administrative area, and then comes the schools and all, and then residential zones is given at the rear end. And here also, since it's a Christian run institution, home for retired sisters and old age home and schools are provided. So it basically has a campus campus planning in the building, and usage of നാലുകെട്ട് എട്ടുകെട്ട് and traditional roofing and everything is done in the site. This is the comparison study. So the inferences are: zoning is done according to the privacy requirements. Zoning should be done according to the privacy requirement. The provision of a gathering space as a focal point, human scale buildings, sustainable design approaches, good visual connections, well lit spaces, yeah. This is the design brief, the area statement. So the total area comes up to 12,972 square meter. This is a site. The site is located in Kottayam. Uh, so it's the area of the site is 12 acre. So um, the site is selected because the site is in proximity to police station, medical college. Then it's in the complex of ICH Institute of Child Health, and there are many religious buildings, schools, public buildings around the site. So uh, mm, and the transportation also, it's close. There is Gandhinagar bus station, Etumanur railway station. So the transportation wise, amenities wise, the site has a proximate site is in proximity to all these factors. Um, so the site is a sloped site. The difference from the bottom contour to the highest point is 10-meter difference. Okay, so this is the wind direction and sun path, and the contour. This is slope analysis. So most of the site is buildable because the slope is in a easily buildable range. um, this is the okay, the main entry access road is 10-meter wide, and then there is a service entry road at the behind of the site, that is 7 meter wide. And this is the suitability map. Site is surrounded by residential buildings. And uh, this is the ICH main road, and both commercial buildings are also nearby. It's in a residential area, and ICH hospital and medical college is there. And so this is how the first primary zoning can be done. This can be a public zone, primary private zone, and private zone. And these are the views. This is the entry site, access road. This is from the lowest point of the site, and this is from the highest point of the site. Okay, and positioning of the buildings like this, so that the wind flow can be channeling of the wind can be done, and all. And site zoning. So site zoning is basically done into public, semi-public, and private. So for the public, market is the most public building. So market has a direct entry from the road, and the rest of the buildings have to go through the main entry. So okay, the this is the market. This is the vocational training. This is administration. This is recreation and kitchen and mess, and this is the residential area. So it's done according to the privacy factor. And the vocational is kept in between the residential block and the market block, because it should be easily accessible from the residential area, and the products from the vocational building should be used to brought up to the market also. So it is kept in between market and the residential, and in between the residential and the administration, recreational spaces will be given, because the recreational space is given much proximal to the residents, so that the inmates can use it often, and they can get concept of the site is to uh, the concept is the journey of healing portrayed through journey of healing actually. So it's basically architecture through pathway where journey is spiritually defined by a series of unfolding spaces. So when a victim first when an inmate first comes to the center, the person will be completely traumatized and shattered and completely in fear. So once they enter the center, they go to they stay at the residential area where they slowly uh, take time for themselves and heal themselves, and then they come up for therapy sessions and all, and then they start to feel better, and then they come to when they want to start to learn be independent, they come to the vocational training and learn acquire training acquire some skills, and then the products they'll use the products that they made from the vocational training to use it in the market. And also it's basically they are taking out their notes from each buildings. They open up a little more, they get better a little more by coming through each buildings, going through the process of each buildings. And a water body is surrounded uh, throughout the site, because water body is kept as an unifying element. And the water body also is represents the flow of the inmate. It flows from the top of the site, that is from the residential area, to then to the recreation area, then to the vocational area, then to the market, and it ends up to the catchment area where the end product of the market, where the end product of everything comes up to. So through the water body also, it the journey is shown. And uh, and the usage of jalis with the residential, it's much more mm, smaller and closed up jali, and that represent mm, how much messed up their mind at that stage. And then when they come to the recreational zone, the jali opens up a little bit, and then when they come to the market and administration area, the jali opens up even more, representing a much more reformed and clear mindset. And the usage of courtyards and water body enhances the sensory experience of the building. So this is the master plan. So at first there is a water catchment here, and then comes the market, and this is the vocational training area. This is this is the recreational building. This is the residential, and this is the kitchen and mess. So first they come to the site, they enter the site, they can enter the market directly without entering to the site, and they come out from there also. Once they enter the site, they can the vehicular entry is restricted to this portion, and the rest of the area is pedestrian zone only. And the water body is covered in all sides, providing a barrier without making it into a real barrier, like the water. So from the entry point, the first buildings that where from the entrance, the first buildings uh, that a person reach is the admin building and the vocational building. And from the vocational building through the spine, the rest of the movement happens. Um, and the a service road is also built, which is connecting to the road is connected to the service road also, so that uh, any service entry can be um, moved through that road. And the buildings um, are all designed in a way to create a homely environment to the person, so that the first thought they thought that come to their mind when they come to the entire thing is to make it look more homely and make it look more comfortable, and as well as make it as much uh, functional also. So mm, the the spine is uh, designed as disabled friendly also. Like ramps are provided through the courtyards which are connected to to the spine, and then can be used okay, from the uh, e- after reaching the entrance point, a client will first come to the admin, and then the user will be taken to the residential sector, and after they get settled in and for the therapy sessions, they'll come to the recreational area, and then recreational area this one is recreation area. And once they reach a point where they are ready to learn new skills, they come to the vocational training center, and the products that are made in the vocational training center will be brought to the market. And this is a space that overlooks the water body. So it is positioned as a deck, where the residents can come and relax and read a book or anything. So this is the basic site master plan. uh, this is the site plan showing the detailed spine drawing and all. So from the market, the from the road from the road a vehicle can come, and a vehicle can come and come to the market. And from the market, this is the entry point of the market, and from the market, the people who are using the residential sector can use the spine to go to and fro. And from public they can come through this portion and this portion also. And the uh, 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 ramp is also provided such that it can move along like that. And each corridor is connected to the spine. And this is the admin block, and this is the vocational block, and this is the admin block, and this is the recreational block. um, Courtyards are provided in between, thus providing a closeness and openness. And courtyards are provided inside the building also, providing the same effect. And uh, each courtyard uh, each courtyard has its own character, like using the sensory architecture, sensory features. Like one courtyard has a uh, maybe it uh, mm, it it shows more focus on the sound feature. Then the other next courtyard might show the uh, might have a uh, well well garden with flowers and plants, so that it helps um, in 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 sensing eyesight and smell, like that. All courtyards have its own special features, and uh, the the, the site is cut down into terraces. So at first, this water catchment area, um, it is at 1 meter level, and from here also it's 1 meter level. So a vehicle will come and it's on a slight slope, and it will come back and to there, come back to there. So here it's a little more highest slope, and this is the lowest point, so it will become like this. And then the next, from there, condo, each terrace is 3 meter height. So um, such that at the end it's 10-meter height. And hmm, this is the site section. mm, this is the residential block, this is the uh, market block. So it's not much. This is the administration block. So from the porch, the first reception is there. From there, the office spaces are given at the front portion, and from there, through the corridor, emergency treatment area, social worker room, and a social welfare department. As in, small offices are provided. And here, helpline center, legal aid cell, and so again a counseling cell and a police aid post, everything is provided, so that all official works will be here, and which helps the victim also. All first hand support systems, all first hand necessary things are done in the administration block. um, this is the section. Jolly wall is provided in the courtyard to provide it as a to give it a sense of closeness but openness also. This is the view. This is the vocational training. This is also from the port. There is the reception area and then office spaces. Then there is different workshops and classes, like food and beverages, handlooms, uh, handloom studio, product weaving studio, all those studios. Then there is art studio, soap making studio on the upper floor. Uh, this is the recreational block plan. So this is the ground floor. So there is a veranda space here, and from the veranda, an art therapy room is there. So they'll come at this place, and they can draw whatever they want. It is a type of therapy that releases our emotions to the paper. And then there is a group therapy where they sit around and talk their problems out. Then is the yoga hall, where people where they'll be doing their yoga, and the library. And here it is a here it is a here the building above it is on stills. So this place is used as a garden space open space where they can come and sit and use it as activity space. They can come and talk, they can come and read a book or anything. And this is the upper floor above the stilt, and this is the sound therapy room. So a practitioner will be sitting here, and music balls will be kept here, and the inmates will be lying down here. So when the practitioner use the music balls, the sound will be heard all around. This is how the section comes up, and this is how the section of the ground floor is. This is the kitchen and mess floor. A common space is provided here, where and a common mess hall is there, and the kitchen, landing from the porch, loading and unloading space, and the food beverage manager, vegetable store, grocery store, freezer, staff, pantry, wash, all are provided. This is the recreational block. The recreational block mainly has two types of room layouts. One is dormitory, where they have common area, and then rooms are shared, and the twin bedroom layout. So uh, when a inmate comes first, they'll be given into a twin bedroom, so that they have their own privacy, but that still there is somebody always with them. And once they start to interact with the other people, and they start to be more social, they can be taken to the dormitory, and they'll share the spaces like that. And yards are also provided for them to have activities there as their common space. This is another layout of the residential block itself. Same dormitory spaces are given, and twin bedroom spaces are given. And this is the market plan and section. And the market shops are given on both sides, and on the upper floor, banquet hall, conference room, and all are provided, so that public can also come and interact in there. And this is the special topics. My special topic is sensory architecture, so the integration of all senses into architecture. So that's how that's why I've used water as a main element, because water as a main design element in the side, because with it enhances the sight, sound, and it calms down the mind of the inhabitants. Water is linked with almost all part of the site, and the distance from the water body from each blocks gives sound variation, experiencing making it an experience. And the spinal pathway is provided with plants of different color and scents, so it also enhances the sense of smell and color, eyesight. And then the intermediate courtyard are made into sensory gardens, each one having dominant sense to explore, thus creating each space unique and interesting. And textured wall with exposed brick help the inhabitants to connect more to the building and bring more of a homely feeling. Beautiful viewscapes are every spaces, both